This is week 4 of Tradtober, and this week's topic is the Restless Dead. And I'm going to take this opportunity to speak specifically about the black soul and its role as a ghost and guide. In the tradition of craft that I practice, we honor and recognize a tripartite or 3-part or triple soul. We label those 3 parts using the 3 sacred colors of the tradition: red, black, and white. The family colors, if you will. I've done a couple of videos on this topic already, which I will link down below. But there's frankly a lot to be explored when it comes to the nature of the soul. It merits more than one video. And now, the disclaimer. Yep, I do this in almost every video. There is like a mosquito plaguing me. I'm probably gonna wake up with just like bite marks all over my face. I do not claim to have the answers about all the things. I hope it's obvious when we're talking about topics like spirits and souls and how magic works and all of the other woo-woo shit that I love talking about, that those are personal opinions, experiences, and insights. I'm sharing how I think these things work. Or in some cases, how I know that I'm actively choosing to believe that these things work because they make sense, feel good, or function in an affirming way to me. And truthfully, that's all any religious or spiritual practice is. The agreements that your mind has made with your soul about what you choose to believe and how you choose to operate in the world as a result of that belief. Nobody has all of the answers. And anyone who claims to have the answers is probably trying to sell you something. Dang it. This feels like the right place for a promo, but that just feels a little on the nose. Screw it. I'm in favor of transparency. I may not have all the answers, but I too would enjoy potentially selling you something. If it's useful and if you like it. Promo Laurelei, take it away. Blatant self-promotion Laurelei popping into blatantly self-promote. I just want to make sure that you know about the Red Thread Academy. If you're interested in learning about traditional folkloric and or initiatory witchcraft, then I've got a treat for you. These 3 books represent 3 years of structured yet flexible curriculum to guide you from dedication through 3rd degree initiation in an actual branch of witchcraft, the Spiral Castle tradition. You get weekly lessons, rituals, recommended reading lists, grimoire pages aligned to the content, and access to a vibrant community of witches via our Discord server. And when I say content, I mean actual, actionable, detailed, meaningful content. You should know that this is a rigorous and real witchcraft course. In fact, I initially started writing these course guides as a way to help my own coven with distance learning during 2020. They convey the teachings and rituals of the Spiral Castle tradition, just as if you were learning and practicing within our home coven. I'm not actually sure that anything else like this quite exists right now. If you want to learn more, you can check out the shop on my website at laureleiblack.com. Be sure to use discount code BladeandBroom15 at checkout to get 15% off your order. Just for being awesome and hanging out with me on YouTube. Okay, that's all. Get back in there. And we're back. So, the black soul in some traditions or cultures is called the talker. It is the one most closely linked to your sense of self, the ego, the I am of the Holy Trinity that is your triple soul. As I understand it, this black soul is what we send out on spirit journey or witch flight or astral travel, pick your term. It is the fetch. In Norse practice, it would be called the fylgja. I'm probably not saying that right. It is the part of us that shape-shifts, and it is the only one of the souls that is very specifically connected to this life and this personality. The red and white souls are more eternal and are bound to each other in a way that the black soul isn't. At death, the black soul has options, I think. When my ex-wife and I first started writing about the three souls, we wrote and talked about the black soul returning to the cosmic cauldron where it dissolves and reabsorbs and is used to make new black souls. Now I'm not so sure. My spirit work has me second guessing that. I've spoken with far too many ancestral spirits, the black souls of people who have died, to be very sure about the dissolution part. Or at least that dissolution is the only option. I kind of think it's more like this passage from the Gnostic Mass, which I love. Unto them from whose eyes the veil of life hath fallen, may there be granted the accomplishment of their true wills. Whether they will absorption in the infinite, to be united with their chosen and preferred, or to be in contemplation, or to be at peace, or to achieve the labor and heroism of incarnation on this planet or another, or in any star, or aught else, unto them may there be granted the accomplishment of their true wills, yea, the accomplishment of their wills. This seems right to me, that the black soul gets to choose. Will it go on to an afterlife, like heaven, the Summerlands, or the castle upon the hill that Cochrane and the clan of Tubal-Cain work towards? Will it go to some other afterlife, including choosing one of punishment for itself, which seems like a thing it could legitimately choose, although perhaps it could also choose to be done with the punishment once it had had enough? Or it could choose reincarnation, or literally anything else. I think a good many black souls choose to hang around. Some do it to act as guardians and guides for their descendants or for others. Some maybe hang around because they're not sure what they want to do next. Some have unfinished business, as they like to say in movies and TV shows. I'm sure there are hundreds of reasons why spirits, black souls, might linger. Some of those reasons won't always be benign either. So use some caution when reaching out and making contact. My experience is that some of the options put those black souls further out of our reach to contact as well. That's partially why some ancestors are nearly impossible to contact. Have you guys noticed that? If you do ancestral work, if you do spirit work, have you noticed that there are some ancestors that you really just can't connect with? It's a thought. They're busy, or the call is just too long distance to connect. I remember asking one Samhain on the talking board to speak with my stepmother's parents. She was there with me and she really wanted to talk to them. The familiar that acts as my gatekeeper tried, but came back after a long pause and said that they were dancing. Basically, they were reunited very deeply with each other and not able to communicate right now. My stepmom cried very happy tears. It totally tracked to, they had been very active dancers. They had actually met at a USO dance during World War II. And they were so very in love. It was beautiful and comforting to know that they were enjoying such a blissful afterlife in each other's arms. As far as restlessness goes, I wonder if the phenomena that we experience as hauntings and echoes are black souls trying to make sense of their lives or their deaths by repeating certain key moments, retracing their steps. Basically, come on, get out of here. That was not a spirit, that was a mosquito. Basically retelling themselves their own story in order to find something like clarity, if not actual closure. There's more to ponder about the Black Soul, but I feel like those bits need their own videos. They are on my really big to-do list, by the way. So be sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications if you want to hear more about this and topics like this. That's all I have to say about that for tonight, friends. If you found tonight's video useful, thought-provoking, inspiring, please bless me with the magic of the like button. Help me feed the algorithm. Tell your witchy friends that good stuff is happening over here at Blade and Broom. And I'll see you here next week. Bye, friends.
As I do will, so much.